Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming for the special Sunday program this evening. We are celebrating the appearance day of Lord Balaram, celebrating Balarama Jayanti. I apologize for the few minutes delay, having some technical difficulties here. I know you all can hear me, but unfortunately, I can't hear you. I have the chat window open. So if you have a question or a comment, please put it in the chat window. And again, I apologize for this one-way audio. I am going to share my screen. My plan is to end the class by 4:25 to allow for 5 minutes of questions or comments because I've been instructed to end by 4:30. Okay, ready to share my screen now. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Good. I like Geeta Mala Mataji is nodding her head vigorously. And this is going to be a really interesting class where I'm going to be talking and all of you are going to do dumb charades and acting to tell me what you're trying to tell me. All right. So praying to Lord Balaram, Private Prabhu and Jiva Mataji and all the Vaishnavas for this very interesting class today. So who is Lord Balaram? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the primeval Lord. Primeval means he's the first. Krishna expands himself into many expansions. Now, all these expansions are non-different from Krishna, but they may differ in the form and the function in which they manifest. Lord Balaram is the first expansion of Lord Krishna. So he can also be called the second body of Lord Krishna. He is non-different from Lord Krishna. He appears to be called very specifically the body of Lord Krishna, assist in Lord's transcendental pastimes. So here's a little background on Lord Balaram's appearance. Mother Devaki, when she was in the prison of Kamsa, she gave birth to 6 sons, all of whom were mercilessly killed by her brother Kamsa. Her 7th pregnancy was Lord Balaram. Under the instructions of Yogamaya, Lord Balaram was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini Devi, Vasudev's second wife. And he appeared as Rohini Nandan or as the son of second wife Rohini. And he appeared, so Lord Balaram appeared as the 7th pregnancy and then he was transferred. So he appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki to make the place ready for Lord Krishna's appearance. 8 days after Lord Balaram appeared, Krishna appeared on planet Earth. And we all know the story that Vasudev carried Lord Krishna in a basket on a rainy night after his appearance and switched him with the daughter of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai in Vrindavan. So at a few days after that, Garga Muni, the family priest of the Yadus, he performed the name-giving ceremony for both Krishna and Balaram. And when naming Lord Balaram, he said that this child possesses great strength. And because of that, he will be called Balaram. Ram means one who gives happiness or pleasure, and Bala means strength. So Balaram is one who's going to be very happy in exhibiting feats of prowess or feats of strength. And he'll possess great strength and he'll be the bestower of strength. He's also called Sankarshan because he was transferred from the womb of Devaki to Rohini. So Gargamuni performed the name-giving ceremony of both Lord Balram and Lord Krishna. So moving on to Lord Balram's pastimes. So I had mentioned earlier that he appears with the purpose to serve Lord Krishna. And he serves Lord Krishna. He serves Lord Krishna in all the rasas. We have 5 rasas in which we can perform service to Lord Krishna, or in which 5 rasas in which we can serve the Lord. Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras, and Madhurya. So Lord Balram, he serves Lord Krishna in the Shantras by expanding into Lord's paraphernalia. So he becomes the Lord's shoes, he becomes Lord's bed, he becomes Lord's jewelry, Lord's clothes. He expands himself as the Dham, Golok Dham, Vaikuntha Dham. Now, Krishna, he is also Krishna's, like sometimes he massages Krishna's feet. So he serves Krishna in the Dasya mood also. He is also Krishna's classmate and friend in Sandipani Muni's school. So he serves Lord in the Sakhyaras also. He is Krishna's older brother. He appeared few days before Krishna. So he has that Vatsalya or paternal or maternal affection also, parental mood also for Krishna. For example, when Krishna ate dirt or mud, Lord Balram was the one who went and told on him to Mother Yashoda. And she was surprised because she said, generally Balram is an accomplice in all your mischiefs, but today Balram is coming and telling on you. So he also takes the role of a parent at times. And, it would be uncomfortable if if the older brother is assisting you while you are performing your Madhurya Leela pastimes. So to continue serving Lord Krishna in that mood, Lord Balram expands himself as the younger sister of Srimati Radharani, Anang Manjari, and assists in the Madhurya Leela pastimes of the Lord also. So we see that he takes on different roles to assist Lord in his Leelas. So some of the pastimes of Lord Balram. Lord Balram killed a demon, Dhenukasura. Dhenukasura was a donkey demon, and he was occupying Talavan. And Lord Balram went with his cowherd friends and Krishna to Talavan, and he picked up Dhenukasura on his finger and spun him around, and Dhenukasura died of giddiness. Lord Balram also killed the gorilla ape Dvivida. Dvivida, in his previous life, was actually a monkey soldier in Lord Ram's army. He was a great devotee of Lord Ram, but he used to belittle Lord Lakshman. And for that reason, because he committed Vaishnava Aparadh against Lord Lakshman, in his next life, he came as demon Dvivida. And Lord Balram killed Dvivida also. Lord Balram killed Pralambasura. Pralambasura was a demon who came disguised as the cowherd boy. There was a game of tug of war. Lord Balram's side won. Pralambasura was on the losing side. And as part of the agreement, he carried Lord Balram on his shoulders. And instead of taking Lord Balram to the designated spot, he started walking deep into the forest. And Lord Balram realized that something's wrong here. And Pralambasura, after reaching into the forest, he started assuming his original form. And Lord Balram really is very strong and powerful. So he just, struck Pralambasura on his head with his fist, and Pralambasura's head exploded and he died. Lord Balram killed the sage Roma Harshana with the blade of grass. see something in the chat window here. Anandaranga Prabhu, can you monitor the chat window?
Yes.
What's the time?
4:50.
Okay, it's 4:15, so we're good with time.
I'll tell you when somebody asks question.
Okay. Lord Balram killed Roma Harshana with the blade of grass. Roma Harshana was selected by an assembly of sages to give a discourse on Srimad Bhagavatam. Roma Harshana was a sage. He was not like a meat-eating, wine-gobbling womanizer, or, he was not breaking regulative principles. He was a devotee. And he was selected by the sages as one of the best amongst them to represent Srila Vyasadeva. He was sitting on the Vyasasana. Lord Balram walked into the assembly. Roma Harshana did not get up to pay obeisances, and Lord Balram realized that it is not good for a person to be taking a leadership position and not acting properly. And he realized that the befitting punishment for such a person is death. And because Roma Harshana did not stand in pride and arrogance, even more befitting would be to kill this person without a weapon. So Lord Balram picked up a blade of grass and killed Roma Harshana with a blade of grass. So we can see from these pastimes that Lord Balram was not like spending too much time in these fighting scenes. Like Lord Narsimha killed Hiranyakashipu after spending some hours, in the Leela. Sometimes Hiranyakashipu would escape, sometimes Lord would catch him, and when he would escape, all the demigods would feel, frightened and scared. Oh my God, what if Hiranyakashipu wins? But Lord Balram was just going straight. He played a little bit with Vivida, but in rest of the cases, he was like straight to the point.
Screen share is not moving. Can you stop sharing and then reshare?
Okay, my screen share is not working. I got the message, so share again.
How many are you open?
Okay, is the screen share working now?
Yes. I can see it.
Okay. Another pastime of Lord Balram is when he chastised Yamuna Devi. Lord Balram was visiting Vrindavan from Dwarka for 2 months, and he was having pastimes with his gopis. Lord Balram has a separate set of gopis than Lord Krishna's. So he was having pastimes with his gopis, and he wanted to play into the waters of Yamuna Devi, and he invited her, but she refused. So Lord Balram, he took his plow and he started distributing Yamuna Devi into many small distributaries, like small riverlets, like hundreds and thousands of them. And then Yamuna Devi, she appeared in her personal form, and she apologized to Lord Balram, and she brought her waters there, and Lord Balram was able to sport in the waters of Yamuna along with his gopi friends. One time, Samba, the son of Krishna and Jamvati, he went to the assembly of Kauravas to attend the Swayamvar of Lakshmana, Duryodhan's daughter. And he kidnapped Lakshmana. So at that time, the Kauravas, they insulted and belittled Yadus, and Lord Balram got upset. And actually, Yadus were planning to attack Kauravas, but Lord Balram said that, let me take care of it, peacefully we can handle this situation. But the Kauravas instead, they really insulted Yadus using some really bad language. And that's when Lord Balram, he took his plow and he started dragging the entire kingdom of Hastinapur and said that I'm going to drown this kingdom into the waters of Ganga. And the Kauravas, they really came to senses. They apologized. They paid obeisances to Lord Balram, and they bid like a nice farewell to Samba and Lakshmana after performing the wedding ceremony nicely. So Lord Balram has some really interesting uses of his plow. In fact, when he got married, he got married to Mother Revati, and Revati's father, Revat Maharaj, was looking for a suitable boy for his daughter. And he went to Brahmaji in Brahmaloka, seeking advice and guidance. And Brahmaji said, one moment, because he was watching a musical performance by Gandharvas, Hu and what's it? Hu and Ha Ha or He. I'm forgetting the name. So Brahmaji said, one moment. And as soon as that moment was over, Brahmaji came out to talk to Revat Maharaj. But when Brahmaji came out, Revat Maharaj realized that Brahmaji's one moment was equivalent to 2 yugas. And it was already, he had gone there in Sat Yuga, but it was already Dwapar Yuga now. So Brahmaji told him that there is a suitable boy, Lord Balaram. But because Revati was from the Sat Yuga, she was much taller. And Balaramji was from the Dwapar Yuga. So it would have felt like, really awkward if the bride is so tall that he has to look up like this. So he took his plow, put it on Revati's shoulder and dragged it out. And then, the heights were in the right equilibrium. So Lord Balaram was then taller than Revati. So I especially love Lord Balaram's pastimes where he uses his club and plow, because there is a very special significance to that. So moving forward, Lord Balaram is the Adi Guru. Two of his key paraphernalia items are his club or his mace and his plow. What does a club or a mace do? We use that to break the rocks on the road and move them from our path. Imagine you're walking on a road and there is a really big boulder and you can't move forward. So you would take a mace or a club, break the rock into pieces and then move them to the side. And what do you do with the plow? You take the plow to the field, you plow the field, you remove the weeds and the rock pieces from the field, and then you sow the seeds. So that's what our spiritual master does. He removes the obstacles from the path of bhakti, and he makes our heart fertile after removing the weeds of the anarthas and the rocks of the anarthas, so that the bhakti lata beach can grow in our hearts. And that's why the spiritual master or the guru is the representative of Lord Balaram, because he does those things for us. He makes our heart fertile for Krishna consciousness to flourish in our heart. He removes the obstacles from the path of bhakti. And many years ago, I was listening to a class by my Guru Maharaj, and he said that the demons which were killed by Lord Balaram, they are represented by the anarthas, which can be removed only by the spiritual master. There are some demons which were killed by Krishna, and the anarthas in our heart, which are the representatives of those demons, can be removed by Krishna. But the demons which were killed by Lord Balaram, they have representations in our heart that can be removed only by the grace and the mercy of the spiritual master. And that's why we say that we can approach Krishna only by the mercy of Lord Balaram. It is impossible to get the grace or mercy of Lord Balaram without the mercy of Krishna. To get the mercy of Krishna without the mercy of Lord Balaram. And how do we access the mercy of Lord Balaram in this day and age? By approaching a bona fide spiritual master. So Lord Balaram, exhibited strength and prowess with the use of his club and plow. He is the internal companion of Sri Krishna. When Lord Krishna came as... Okay, we have some time. Okay. When Lord Krishna came as Ram, Lord Balaram came as Lakshman. Now that time, Lakshman was the younger brother. And he had to do everything he was instructed, because that was the etiquette of a younger brother. So even things which he did not want, or things which he did not like, or things which he did not approve, Lakshman never wanted Lord Ram to go into the forest. he said, my father has gone old under the influence of Kaikai, and he is overcome by lust, and just disregard the instructions of this old man, and I'm going to defeat the armies of Ayodhya, and you be installed as the king. And Lord Ram said, hold it, Lakshman. I'm going into the forest. And Lakshman followed. Then at the time after the battle against Sri Lanka, after they defeated Ravan and won the battle of Lanka, and Mother Sita was ready to come back, before she got onto Pushpak, Lord Ram wanted to do an Agni Pariksha. And Lakshman said, you don't mean me to do that, right? Lord Ram said, no, get ready, set the logs ready, start on the fire, start the fire. And he did not want to do it, but he did it because he had to follow the etiquette of the younger brother. Similarly, when he was asked to take Mother Sita into the forest, when Lord Ram decided that she should leave for Valmiki Muni's ashram and not stay in the kingdom anymore, Lakshman did not want to do it, but he had to follow the instruction. So he served Ram, never questioned, never disagreed. And he said, you know what, it's too much. Next time I'm coming as an older brother. He came as Balaram. And as Lord Balaram, he was older to Krishna. He had sometimes, they did not agree on certain things. He was very merciful to Duryodhan. He was upset when Arjuna, married Subhadra, and, he ran with Subhadra. He wanted to kill Arjun that time. They had few disagreements, but, he stood his ground that time. But when he comes as Lord Nityanand, he is in a very different mood. It's the same Lord Balaram, same Lakshman, but his only mood is that of giving mercy. He's not checking for qualifications. He is not checking who's fit, who's unfit. Anybody who's ready, he's willing to give the mercy. Lord Balaram killed Romaharshana with a blade of grass, but Lord Nityanand, Nitai, he holds a blade of grass between his teeth, which is, which indicates that he's extremely humble. He's saying, take the names of Gauranga, chant the names of Gauranga. Whoever takes the names of Gauranga is my life and my soul. So it's almost 4:30 now.
We can go up to 10 minutes more.
Okay, we can go up to, we have 10 more minutes. So it's, as I had said, it's not possible to get the mercy of Krishna without the mercy of Lord Balaram. Similarly, it's not possible to enter into the loving transcendental pastimes of Radha Krishna without understanding Lord Chaitanya. And one cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya without approaching Nitai. The only way we can get the mercy of Krishna or the mercy of Lord Chaitanya are by first approaching Nitai and Lord Balaram. By surrendering and approaching a bona fide spiritual master, rendering devotional service, and making progress under the instructions of the spiritual master. And by in that mode that the spiritual master or the guru, who's the representative of Lord Balaram, with his plow and with his club, is going to remove the obstacles from the path of bhakti and make our heart fertile for the Bhakti Lata beach, or the seed of Krishna consciousness to grow in our heart.
Devotees missed your pictures before.
Oh, okay. So I got a message that devotees were not able to see the pictures. So I'm just going to go over the pictures. And if somebody has a comment or a question during this time, you can share that. Anand Gauranga Prabhu is monitoring the question queue on his phone. This is a picture of Krishna and Balaram in the Vrindavan forest. This is the picture of Garga Muni performing the name-giving ceremony of Krishna and Balram in the cow barn. Garga Muni was the royal priest of the Yadus, and he was concerned that if there is a grand ceremony, then Kamsa would come to know that Krishna and Balram are the children of Vasudeva and Devaki. So this ceremony was performed very secretly in a cow shed. The slide number 4 is Krishna and Balram playing in the Vrindavan forest. The next picture is Lord Balram as Ananta Sesha expanding to take a bed form for the Lord to rest on the milk ocean, and Krishna and Balram performing their butter stealing pastime, and again playing in the Vrindavan forest. And the next slide is the pastimes of Lord Balram, showing his strength and prowess. Okay. Any questions or comments? Chat window here.
Well, I don't have a question, but I'll ask something anyway, unless somebody else has. Just, you mentioned how the club is used to break the boulders. It seems like clubs are used mainly for like fights with each other. Forget it.
Prabhu, she can hear on my phone, so. You are muted there.
I'm muted, yeah.
Yeah, she's listening now.
Just you mentioned how the club was used for breaking rocks and boulders, and it seems like what we read in the club is mainly used for warfare, where they would use it. And Balaram used it to knock out the king of Kashi, was it? With his teeth. He knocked out his teeth with his club. I don't know. I never really heard where the club was used for breaking rocks. That's all I'm asking. Because it may very well be, and just like anything you use as a tool, you can certainly use as a weapon also. But what we hear, it's mostly used as a weapon.
Yes, Pyare Prabhu, it's mostly used as a weapon. I heard this in a class by my Guru Maharaj, and I think he was using it as an analogy. That just like how you would use a tool of this shape to break the rocks and the boulders, similarly, spiritual master, he removes the obstacles from the path of bhakti.
I like the analogy. I like it. It makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, I'm just not used to using the plow in that way. I mean, the club, the plow, you use that sometimes as a weapon too, but it's mostly used for plowing.
Yes. Yes, that's correct, Pyare Prabhu. I agree.
And I'm just asking because no one else is saying anything.
I have a question, and I think actually I did ask Radhanath Maharaj this question once. Vyasadeva is considered the Adi Guru here, right? I mean, and I think he said that Vyasadeva is the Adi Guru in the material world, and Balaram is the Adi Guru in the spiritual world. Is that true?
Mataji, the lectures I heard and whatever I read from ISKCON Pune's website, which is, it's Radhesham Prabhu is, he like, I generally don't read from random sites, but ISKCON Pune has good material. So wherever I read, it said that Lord Balram is the Adi Guru and our spiritual master is he acts in the capacity of representing Lord Balram's mercy and grace.
But even our Guru Puja is called like Vyas Puja, we call it Vyas Puja. So how does that relate, Vyasadeva and Balaram as Adi Gurus?
Mataji, I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe
I know, it is a difficult question to answer. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Maybe Pyare Prabhu or Jiva Mataji.
And Radhanath Maharaj gave the answer that Vyasadeva is the Adi Guru in the material world, and Balaram is the of all the worlds, is the Adi Guru.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, it's still a little confusing.
Yes, Mataji.
Ajib, after all, Vyasadeva is the incarnation of Krishna, so they are all related. They are all the same, ultimately.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Vyasadeva is an empowered incarnation. He's a jiva soul. So it's not the same as a Krishna expansion of Krishna like that, full capacity. Balaram is the original guru. And Vyasadeva, he wrote the Vedic literatures. It is empowered to do a certain particular thing. So the spiritual master is a representative, of course, of both, because he's distributing the Vedic literatures, which were written by Vyasadeva, and at the same time, he's the guru representing Balaram. So, I mean, the guru is representing the whole disciplic succession. And Vyasadeva is in the disciplic succession. Actually, now disciplic succession, I don't know where Balaram is.
I know. I mean, that's what, I've always heard, like, even in India, as I was growing up, I've heard Vyasadeva as Adi Guru, and all paramparas, not just our parampara, except Vyasadeva as Adi Guru. And that's why, we call it Vyasasan, we call it Vyas Puja. Any Guru Puja is considered Vyas Puja, The seat that the Guru is sitting on is considered Vyasasan. So, in our current material world, Vyasadeva is considered as Adi Guru, but Balaram is the Guru, Adi Guru of all the universes, I'm assuming. That's what Radhanath Maharaj answered when I asked that question.
Even as the Adi Guru, the original Guru, what happened before Vyasadeva? That was only 5,000 years ago. This has gone on for millions of years.
Right. So he's the Adi Guru of the current material universe. I don't know. It's a little confusing, but anyway, I guess not a question for a short class.
Gita Mala Mataji, honestly speaking, when I hear from my Guru Maharaj, I accept what he's saying, and I don't think
Too much.
as deeply as you are thinking. So
no, it's just curiosity. No need to know this very specific answer.
I think we'd have to investigate whether in ISKCON, we consider Vyasadeva as Adi Guru. I've not really heard that.
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, I'll look into that.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I don't know, Advika, who's the special gopi for Lord Balram, but I do know that he is the older brother of Krishna, and they both have their different friends. They don't have common gopis. That's all I know.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have one question. I think I've pasted in the chat. I'm not sure if you get a chance into. So I'll just read. Mataji, you mentioned, are you able to hear me, Mataji?
Yes, I can hear you, Padmalochini.
Okay. So, Mataji, you mentioned about Revat when he went to Lord Brahma, and you have mentioned that for one moment it has been 2 yuga past when he wanted to look for the match for his daughter. So, how do we reconcile it with the fact that is there in the Brahma Vimohan Leela, that for one moment of Brahma, it just 1 year, in the earth past. So, I really cannot understand that. So just asking if you know that.
Say that again, Padmalochini.
So in Brahma Vimohan Leela, we also know that for one moment Brahma goes. For his one moment, it happens to be 1 year passed in earth. When he took away the calves and cowherd boys. But similarly, in other pastime for the Revati, the marriage of the Revati.
Okay, I get your question.
Yeah.
How is it that one moment, that time, 2 yugas, and how is it that one moment in this is just 1 year on the Earth planet? That's your question. Right? Okay, so again, this lecture was by my Guru Maharaj, and what I'm not 100% sure because I did not read it, but in an attempt to answer your question, what I can say is that if I am in the assembly of Brahmaji and he says, okay, if say I go to meet Brahmaji and he's watching a show, and he asks the messenger to say, tell Amrtakeli I'll be back in few minutes or few seconds. So one moment there is not literally one moment. It's like, okay, I'll be out in few minutes. So by the time the performance of the Gandharvas ended and Lord Brahma came out, it was not exactly one moment by the clock. It probably was few seconds or few moments of Brahmaji, but that translated into Satyuga turning into Dwapar Yuga on the earth planet. Whereas when Brahmaji stole the cows, and the calves and the cowherd boys, that literally was just one moment, and that was 1 year. But again, I am not an expert on astrology.
Amrtakeli,
Yes, Mataji.
can you hear me?
Yes, Sudevi Priya Mataji.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, I heard that he was in a concert and he waited, and Revat Maharaj, out of politeness, waited till the concert
Yes.
ended. So the concert might have taken a few hours according to Brahma's time, and that translated to a yuga, transformation, because the whole concert took a few hours of Brahma, not just a moment of Brahma. Revat Maharaj, out of politeness, didn't want to interrupt and waited, and that
It's like by the time, it's something like this. Mama, I need water. Okay, I'll bring it. And then 10 minutes later, I take the water. So I say, okay, I'll just bring it now. But that now turns into a 10 minutes. So something like that. It was not
Thank you,
exactly
Mataji.
one moment.
Time for Aarti.
Okay. Thank you very much. Lord Balram ki.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki. Balarama Jayanti Celebration ki.
Jai.
So please stay tuned for Aarti, and after that we will have auction and puppet show.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ki bajaya jaya Gaura Chande Aarti ka shobha. Ki bajaya jaya Gaura Chande Aarti ka shobha. Shahana Vidhata Jagamana Lobha Shiva
Prabhu, I can do that. Namo Meshapad Paramahams Pravijakacharya Ashto Tasadasri Divine Prabhupada Ki.
Jai.
Namo Meshapad Paramahams Pravijakacharya Ashto Tasadasri Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki. Gangamai Ki. Gangamai Ki. Bhakti Devi Kosi Maharani Ki. Kirtan Yajna Ki. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Ki. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Devi ki.
Jai.
Shri Balaram's Appearance Day Celebration ki.
Jai.
Balaram's Appearance Day Celebration ki.
Jai.
Hologram Sheila's ki.
Jai.
Dev Bhavan ki.
Jai.
Shri Gaur Nitai ki.
Jai.
Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Acharya Jagat Guru Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Jai Shri Guru and Garanga. Namo Vishnu.
Somebody should go on mute. Everyone should go on mute other than the person who's chanting. Thank you.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Hiranyakashipu Shila Kankanakalaye Ito Narsimho Bharato Narsimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimho Udaye Narsimho Bahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimhamadem Shararam Lakhavu Narasimhamadem Shararam Lakhavu Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tava Karakamalam Hare Nakam Aluka Sriha Alita Hiranyakashipu Tanubreka Keshavadrika Hariloka Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimhadev 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 Jaya Bhakta Prala Jaya Bhakta Prala Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की महाराज की जय। शीला प्रभुपाद की
जय।
जयंती सेलिब्रेशन की जय।
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Rasraj Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji, tell me. We are ready. I think we have puppet show now. No, wait, Prabhu.
Prabhu, check with Prakash, Prabhu. He has the schedule.
I thought they were doing the auction.
Anand Gauranga Prabhu is checking the schedule. 1 second.
Yeah, Mataji, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, first we have the announcements, the fee sponsor announcement and everything else, and then after that we have the plow auction.
So when is the sponsor Kirtan?
After that, Prabhu.
After puppet show or before puppet show?
No, before puppet show, Prabhuji. Puppet show is the last item.
Okay.
Prabhu, I don't have the final sponsor list yet, so maybe we can move something up in the schedule. If you're ready with the puppet show or the
Auction. You can do the auction first, I think.
Yes. Is that temple? Mhm.
How about we do the Kirtan
Can we do the-
sponsorship?
Yeah, let's do the sponsor Kirtan now.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
In the meantime, who has the list for the sponsors? Anyone?
I
has
think
the list? Temple?
Mataji is at the altar, so we might have to wait for a few seconds to get the final list.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, we'll do the sponsor Kirtan and maybe we can do the announcement after that and then do the auction and puppet show.
Sounds good.
If there
So
is
that'll give some
still a
time for the
technical,
temple to get back online.
yes, Prabhuji. If there's still technical issue, then we can do the puppet show first. That way we can.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Prabhu. We'll do the Kirtan now.
Yes, Prabhuji. We are ready. श्री बलराम जयंती की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
Namo Vishnupadaya.
Junior Krishna is doing Kirtan.
Krishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Astatya Rishatarine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachatya Desatarine.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Gauranikai Jaya Gauranikai Jaya Gauranikai Jaya Gauranikai Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Mai Jaya Thakur Ji Jaya Thakur Ji Jaya Thakur Ji Jaya Chaturani, Jaya Tusi Maharani, Jaya Tusi Maharani, Jaya Tusi Maharani, Jaya Vrindavan, Jaya Singh Bhagwan, Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha, Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Krishna Balaram, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. बोले श्री श्री बलराम अपीयरेंस डे की जय, श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, श्री श्री गिरिराज महाराज की जय, श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय, श्री श्री शालिग्राम शिलास की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय।
I'm going to try to show some close up the deities if it's time.
Can you repeat that, Rasraj Prabhu? Yeah, I didn't catch it properly.
I think he was saying
he's going to show the close up of the face.
Yeah, he's going to go closer, and then he's asking whether anyone can notice anything special. Yeah, I think it's.
But I think he's talking about the plow, right?
Do we have the sponsor list? Maybe we can go over that.
Not yet. I don't have it, Madhav Gopal Prabhu.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I think it's
okay.
Back. I think with video, he's going to be jittery. Maybe the bandwidth is bad for him. If he goes just on audio, it would be okay, but obviously won't be able to see the deities.
टच हो जाएगा वो बाद दूर से कर ले।
Can you hear me?
Yes, Pyare Prabhu.
You see anything?
We see the altar you're focusing on Nourishing Dev, but the picture quality is slightly compromised.
Oh.
I mean, I see the extra articles I see extra paraphernalia on the altar, but I don't want to give away the answer.
I don't know what you're saying. You're saying things and we're kind of hearing it a little messed up too. I don't know. I got this most expensive internet service where it's like supposed to be fantastic. Thing doesn't work. So I don't know.
Prabhu, if Mataji can send the list for sponsors.
I got the list.
Okay, you got the list. Prabhu, can you try restarting your modem while we are reading the sponsor list? Maybe
We
let's
just-
see.
We just did. We restarted the modem. We restarted the computer.
You just did all that. Okay.
Yeah, and then
It would matter anything. I think that just the timing.
Well, the list
anyway, we just have to use your imaginations, and you can still hear other people. What did you say?
The list
Yeah, we hear mostly what we hear from Kaylee now sounds garbled for us. I hope it's not for everybody.
No, she's okay for us. I think it's
Okay,
your
so let's
connection.
just go on with the program, and that's the best we can do.
And Prabhu, if you just go on audio, everything will be all right. Of course, we won't be able to see the deities, but
we can try.
Yeah, try that for a few minutes. We'll see if we can hear you. Okay, and then Mataji can continue with the list, and then we can come back again.
Okay, can you hear me any better?
Yeah.
Well, we can describe. I'll describe what's going on here. She should read the list, and once in a while I'll let you know what's happening. like a jar of honey is coming off the altar to give to that person, whoever it is she's reading.
It's like listening about New York Rath Yatra on NPR.
I was mentioning earlier that when we're actually in the temple doing this, you don't see the deities disappear. I can't hear anything.
No, Mataji hasn't started yet.
Okay, I have a list of sponsors with me, but if there's anybody who's sponsored specifically for Balaram Jayanti, their name might not be in this. This is like the regular running list that we have. I have the list of annual sponsors with me who sponsor all the 12 Vaishnava holidays.
I sent you a message with the names for Balaram Jayanti.
Is it a text message, Jiva Mataji?
Yes.
Okay, I did not get it.
I sent you a photo.
A photo? I did not get it, Jiva Mataji.
Okay, well.
Are you able to resend?
Well, we can. You have a typed out list. There's few names besides on the typed out list, so we can say what you didn't say.
All right, that sounds good, Pari Prabhu. All right, so I'll start with my list. Rasraj Prabhu and family. Hari Bol. Ras Evan. Hari Bol. Dulal Krishna Prabhu and family. Hari Bol. Sudevi Priya Mataji and family. Hari Bol. Madhav Gopal Prabhu and family. Hari Bol. Ramanand Prabhu and family. Hari Bol. Anand Gauranga Prabhu and family.
Hari
Bol. Amisha Rajni Veena Patel and family.
Hari Bol.
Chennaya Prabhu and family.
Hari Bol.
Geeta and Jagdish Shah and family.
Hari Bol.
Geeta Mala Mataji and family.
Hari Bol.
Janwarani Mataji and Janak Prabhu.
Hari
Bol. Madhav Kanta Prabhu and family.
Hari Bol.
Nimisha Ankur and family.
Hari Bol.
Raga Sindhu Prabhu and family.
Hari Bol.
Satendra Prabhu and family.
Hari Bol.
Jill and Gary Ramos.
Hari Bol.
Manishi and Dev.
Hari Bol.
Manish Bhardwaj and family. Ganpati Govind and family. Hari Bol. Hari Prabhu, I covered everything I had in my list. Do you want to add?
Yes.
Okay, you have
Yes. Krishna Priya and Advaita Chandra family.
Haribol.
For Archana's birthday.
Haribol.
Hear me. Mahadana Jack and Srinath Pornitai.
Haribol.
Damodar Sarup Padmalochani and Tulsi.
Haribol.
And Romeo Shah is sponsoring the weekly flowers.
Haribol.
And if you could see the flowers, you'd see there's a lot of flowers. And I'd like to mention that every name that was mentioned at that time, I took off the jar of honey and offered it to the computer here, but you didn't see it. So I think everyone's gonna, if someone could pick up their own sponsor bags, that's always best. But if you can't, they can be delivered. And I'm not sure who's organizing all that.
So Ganpati Govind, Anand Gauranga Prabhu and Prakash Prabhu will coordinate that, and I think our designated delivery devotee is Nand Gopal. So anybody who wants their Mahaprasadam, the jar of honey delivered.
There's also other prashadam too. But that's not.
Okay. And if anybody is interested in going to the temple to pick it up, then you have to contact Pariprabhu and Jiva Mataji ahead of that and fix up a time and then go there. They might not be at the old temple if you go there before, talking to them. So decide upon a time and arrange a time and then go for picking up your Mahaprasadam.
They can put the message on the chat, right? That they
Yes.
pick up or what?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can.
Somebody has to find it out before it comes to pick up the bags, which is going to be today. It's coming.
Okay. All right. So inform us now in the chat window how you would want your Mahaprasadam. Do you want it delivered by Nand Gopal or do you want to pick it up from the temple? Please inform us now because he's going to the temple in few minutes to pick up the Mahaprasadam bags. If you are planning to pick it up, then he will not pick up your bag. You will have to go to the temple to collect it. And while you all do that, the actual day of Balarama Jayanti is tomorrow. There is fasting till noon, total fasting till noon is recommended for those of who you can. And we have a bhajan program, online bhajan program in the evening from 5 to 7. The sign-up sheet came out on Friday last week. So there are 15 minutes time slots. You can, you can pick as per your convenience and sign up for bhajan singing tomorrow if you are interested. We'll have the regular 7 p.m. Bhagavad Gita class tomorrow. And today, after completing the announcements, we will have a puppet show and the auction of Lord Balarama's plow. During the class, we discussed that the mace and plow are very special. And there are 3 plows on the altar. So this is Mahaprasadam. This is DT Mahaprasadam plows from the altar that will be auctioned today.
How many people saw the plows on the altar? Did anybody hear me?
Yes, Pedro.
Did anyone see the plows on the altar?
Yeah, we saw the red plows, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
And where are the plows?
Next to Lord
Okay.
Dev.
Right, Lord Balarama has 3 plows. Because he's the Supreme Lord, he can deal with many plows at the same time.
So Ganpati, should we move on to the next program now?
Yeah, it's a plow auction.
Plow auction now? Okay, I think the video will be have to be turned on, and Madhav Gopal Prabhu,
Right. I'll turn off the volume or the sound so that way maybe it'll help a little. I don't know.
No, Prabhu, it won't help with the video.
Oh, it doesn't. The video is going to be just as bad with or without sound.
Yes. I mean,
Okay,
that's.
well, can you just see how the video is right now? Is it still bad?
Amrtakeli, I don't know how to type in. I need my bag delivered, please.
Okay, got it, Mataji. Delivered. It will be delivered.
Can anyone see the picture here?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Can see it.
Now really close up. We can see that. Yes.
Well, I can't see it because I'm holding it way from up down, which I'm assuming you can see them. Okay, I'm going to put the computer back where it was.
Okay. So.
Yes, it's made of wood and it's painted red and it's got some gold.
I can also share a picture of the plow so that everyone can see.
You have a
So there's 3 of them?
There's 3 of them, yes.
3 of them, and now they have the magic touch of Lord Balaram.
So if you hit someone in the head with that, they get special mercy.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even spiritual strength.
Might drive some knowledge into that head too, right?
You know, everyone should know who they can use it on.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Here is the picture.
Yeah, these are the plows, 3 plows that will be auctioned.
Yes, very nice.
Who made
I
them?
like Gita Mala Mataji. I like what you said. Knock some knowledge. Before that thing, I think we can knock some sense also into our heads with this.
Who made these beautiful plows?
Yeah, I know.
Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi.
Oh, we should have known.
They also do the whole puppet show too.
Nice.
And the puppets.
The puppets. And we'll, after the puppet show, we will auction the puppets.
Actually, they wrote the script, they made the puppets, they recorded the sound of all the characters, they prepared the backdrop, then they superimposed the dialogues with the movements of the puppets along with the backdrops. They did the voice modulations. The basement was a little recording studio for the last few days, you know, like a cottage industry for making puppets. So all in all, they were the producers, directors, you know, script writers, recorders, soundmen, soundwoman, pretty much everything for this puppet show and the, you know, the making of these plows. So, okay, Madhav Gopal Prabhu, over to you. My girls are ready to take over the screen to begin the auction now.
Very well, thank you.
My treasurer is also ready, so I'm going to move out of the scene now.
Thank you. Yeah, before we start that service, I want to just read a prayer for Lord Balaram. It's called Namaste Alagraha. Namaste Halagrahaya. Namaste Musalayuda. Namaste Revati Kanta. Namaste Bhaktavatsala. Namaste Dharani Dhara. Namaste Balanam Sreshta. Pralambare Namaste Stu Ehimam Krishna Purvaja. Translation: Obeisance to you, O holder of the plow. Obeisance to you, O wielder of the mace. Obeisance to you, O darling of Revati. Obeisance to you, O kind benefactor of your devotees. Obeisance to you, O upholder of the earth. Obeisance to you, O best of the strong. Obeisances to you, O enemy of Pralamba. Please come to me, older brother of Krishna. And I also want to read this. Vahasi vapushi vishade vasanam jaladabam alahati biti milita yamunabam Keshavadita Haladara Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Again, translation. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, we have assumed, who have assumed the form of Balarama, the yielder of the plow. All glories to you. On your brilliant white body, you wear garments the color of a fresh blue rain cloud. These garments are colored like the beautiful dark hue of the river Yamuna, who feels great fear due to the striking of your plow. Lord Balaram ki. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. So this is a wonderful opportunity. We are here. Tomorrow is Balaram Jayanti, and we're celebrating it ahead and virtually. Unfortunately, we're not for at most 3 or 4 months. We're not able to congregate, have our association, and celebrate any of the festival. But I think here we are virtually enjoying this festival, and devotees are taking so much hardship to do something very special, and we should really appreciate Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi Mataji and wherever the idea came from. Last year, I think Jio Mataji and Pyari Prabhu came up with this idea, and they are materializing it this year. It's such a wonderful service they have done, making 3 plows for Lord Balaram, and it has been offered. So we would like to auction this. So because we have only 3, and then there are a lot of devotees who are interested to get this Mahaprashadam. We would like to start with the first plow, and whatever you feel in your heart, let's go with it. This is a small donation that goes towards the temple. As always, it helps our temple, and also further, if you think about it, for past 4 or 5 months, we never had any Sunday program. So we are having sponsors, but other than that, we are not going to the temple. Nobody coming outside from the temple. So it's our responsibility and duty to serve the temple by whatever means we can, supporting the temple through Lakshmi and then to doing different services. So without further ado, I'll just start the auction. Pyari Prabhu, you want to add anything?
Yes, we're doing this. Last year, we did one stick, a brahmachari, not a brahmachari stick, but a stick that Lord Nityananda used to carry. And we did one stick. That was the first thing. Now this is more advanced. We've gone from a stick to a plow. And it's the first year, so you get an opportunity to get this first year we're ever doing this in all of this kind of, and we've been here since 1970, I think 77, 1977, when it's kind of there's temple, but it didn't.
Yeah. So anytime devotees go to Vrindavan or Mayapur, yes, they sponsor something, but in return, especially in Radharaman temple, in other temples, if they ask for something to remember to keep as a treasure, the Radharaman temple pujaris always give very small, some old outfit that Radharaman ji is not going to wear anymore. They will give a small piece of outfit, and then the devotees treasure that, because Radharaman was, straight. He was wearing it, so that was offered. This is exactly like that. Anything offered to the Lordship, and then he blessed it. So it is nice to have a piece of that, and then have it in our altar. So I will stop here and see what devotees' interests are here. We can start. So you can type in the chat. I'm watching the chat. Also, you can verbally give your offer. I have the first offer for the first plow. Vallabhi Gopi Mataji, $101. No, all together we will start the auction at 10,000, but we're starting at 1,100. Yeah. We have the offer for the first plow for $101. Once we're done with that, we will move on to the second and the third. Okay.
And also, you should all know that this Krishna, or in this case, Balaram, is not different from his paraphernalia. So this is an expansion of Balaram in this plow. So certainly suitable to be placed on your altar.
So I have 5 different offers. I'm going to give the highest one so far. So I'll just quickly read. Gitamala, $150. Amrtakeli, $200. Malati Priya, $251. Ankur, Nimisha, $501. That's where we stand. $501.
Oh.
Nanda Gopal Prabhu, $751. Haribo.
The Amrtakeli is actually Dhanya Gopi in disguise of my name.
Haribol, okay.
You can ask.
Amrtakeli, no, Dhanya Gopi, type lot of numbers.
She's gonna give it from her paycheck.
I have a bid from Ankur and Nimisha Mataji for $1,001. Haribo.
Haribo. I think we should probably go on for the second one, and I think I know who should get the.
Okay, there is a question here. Are installments allowed? If yes, what is the maximum month allowed? Prabhu, we will run your Social Security depending on your credit. Yes, Prabhu, you can. Yeah, yes, Prabhu, we can discuss about that. Yes, that is
And you don't
that's
get
not a
you
problem.
don't get the plow until all the payments are paid.
So then he's offering $1,111. Nanda Gopal Prabhu now.
Oh, this is Nanda Gopal.
Okay, Nimisha Mataji offering $1,501. Anybody else who are quiet, who are on the audio but not on the chat? Anybody would like to bid? Out of 3, the first one. We're bidding the first one right now. There are very few pastimes, but there are nice pastimes about how Balaram uses the plow. In one of the pastime says after for a long time, Balaram goes back to Vrindavan to visit all his gopis, and especially Nanda Maharaj. I think the lecture Mataji explained about that. So he's visiting his gopis to spend some and to do some pastimes. At that time, he was actually having pastime with his gopis in the banks of Yamuna. Well, having that, then he wants to have fun in the river. So he's asking Yamuna to come over so that they can all have a nice pastime and fun. At that time, Balaram was actually playing, and then he's drinking, honey. It's called the Varuni. He's drinking that, and then because of that, Yamuna thinks that Balaram is kind of intoxicated, and then he's just randomly asking Yamuna to come over, and Yamuna decided not to go. So Balaram got upset, and then he started pulling Yamuna, and then he said, I'm going to pull you using my plow into 1,000 pieces. So it's like 1,000 distributaries. And then Yamuna got scared, and she realized, okay, the Supreme Personality is asking, so let me go. And then she came in, then they all had nice fun. This is one pastime that I read about how Balaram used his plow in Krishna book. While we are waiting here, So the first one, it's at $1,501. So I'm going once, $1,501 by Ankur and Nimisha Mataji, going twice. And the first plow is gone. Hare Bol! Nimisha and Ankur Mataji, Ankur Prabhu Ki.
Jai.
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 Okay, now we have remaining two. We will start the bid on the second one. So I see a bid from someone. Okay, here from Gerald Goldberg. Okay, that's for $150, and then that was superseded already by Amrtakeli. No, by yes, you're sitting there. Okay, Danya Gopi, 200, and then Kirti, 250. Can we all have our kids sit in front of the computer? Danya Gopi, $300. Right now we're at $300 for the second plow. Haribo. Prabhu, you want to add something? Or Mataji?
Danya Gopi.
Okay, we have a bid from Nandagopal Prabhu for $501. Haribo. This is so we have a puppet show coming. That's a very nice effort by again Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi Mataji, and we don't want to be on the way of all of you enjoying the puppet show, but we won't be leaving until the auction is over for all the three plows. So if you want to see the puppet show, come forward. So I have Kirti, $551. Okay, Nandagopal Prabhu, $751.
Haribo.
Haribo. Maybe you all can go on. You can unmute and then you can give your offer. Otherwise it'll be just boring. Just silent auction. I'm the only one. Okay, it's going to everyone. Okay, all right. Everyone can see the chat. Anybody who wants to make an offer, now it's at 751 by Nandagopal. Just unmute and please give your offer. We will wait.
I just like to say that this plow sells for $1,501, so you should.
Right. Right. So the other devotees are trying to underbid this. So we will give some time, see if anybody is interested to bid more. Still Nandagopal Prabhu at $751.
I'd like to say when Balaram went to the Kauravas and was telling them, giving them some instructions, I don't know exactly what it was, but they got upset with him and they started laughing, and he got really upset with them, and he took his plow and he started dragging the city of Hastinapur, the whole city. Actually, his plow became bigger. Maybe these plows can become bigger if Balaram desires. But he took the whole city of Hastinapur and was dragging it into the Ganges. And then they all came out and they apologized and they did whatever he wanted them to originally do. So they got quite humbled by Lord Balaram's plow by dragging the city of Hastinapur into the Ganges. So you can see if you can do something like that with that plow.
Anybody else would like to go? $751, Nanda Gopal Prabhu. Ganapati Govinda Prabhu, $800. Haribol!
Haribol!
Come on, Prabhus, Matajis, and the kids. Anyone sitting in front of the computer, type it away. Or unmute yourself and then you can talk. Otherwise, it's like a silent action, boring. Come on, devotees.
If you're a kid, if you may not want to talk if you're using your parents' computer to make bids. Just type it in.
Go upstairs if your parents are watching you. So we are at $800 right now. Ganapati Govinda Prabhu for $800, second plow, and we have one more left. Anyone?
I think you should go once.
Go once. Ganapati Govinda Prabhu for $800. Go once. Nanda Gopal Prabhu, $851. Haribo! Nanda Gopal Prabhu, $851. Going once. Nanda Gopal Prabhu, $851 for the second plow. Going twice. Prabhus, this is the last chance. Anyone would like to offer more? Even $1, $10. This is a nice service for the temple. So we're trying to help the temple here. At the same time, you're getting a Mahaprasadam. So if anybody don't like Nanda Gopal, you can bid $852.
Well, what if we don't like him, but we don't want to really bid that much?
I'll take care of him via zeal. Anyone else? $851. Nanda Gopal Prabhu. Anyone else? Okay, second plow. Nanda Gopal Das, $851. Haribol!
Haribol!
All right, so we have the last one left. The last plow. I would like to see some bids here. Devotees, come on. Kids, Kirti. Okay, first bid came in for the third plow, starting at $300. Haribol.
Oh!
Okay, from Danya Gopi, $400. Haribol. This is the last plow, and we are at just $400.
You can pick up your plow either with your prasadam or it can be delivered.
On the head.
On the head. Yeah. Okay, we have two more offers. Malati Priya, 501, and Kirti, 551. Haribol! Right now we had 551 with Kirti.
Go!
This is the last plow, so we're going to take a while. It's 557. You all want to see the puppet show. I'm sure before the puppets go to bed, we have to have the show. So the first one went for $1,501. Second one went for $851. Come on, devotees. Let's make this happen. This is the third one, the last one. We don't have any more. So let's make this really a precious one.
Here's a verse from the Bhagavatam 10:5-20. It says, Balaram represents plowing the land for agriculture and therefore always carries in his hand a plow. Whereas Krishna tends cows and therefore carries a flute in his hand. Thus, the two brothers represent Krishi Raksha and Go Raksha.
I mean, this is a nice pastime. I'm just reading here. Lord Balaram's wife, Revati, was born in a yuga previous to yuga that Bala was born. So that's Treta Yuga. They were born in Dwapar Yuga. Therefore, when they met, she was taller than Balaram. Lord Balaram took his plow and pushed Revati down with the flat of it, thus making her short. Prabhuji's, if anyone.
The plow he took or a plow?
What is that?
Did he take his plow or his plow?
It's plow. He took his plow and then he hit it in the head and made her short.
Right.
This is from, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 2nd chapter, verse 13 to 15.
Madhav Gopal Prabhu, you're making a case for the husbands here?
Well, you understood better. None of them are getting it. I said, Prabhuji's, come on.
I think Amrtakeli said shoulder, not the head.
Yeah, well, I'm reading from ISKCON Desire Tree. So maybe, it says His Holiness Loknath Swami gave lecture from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we should look into that. Maybe shoulder, maybe in the head. I just read from that. So.
Now another bid from Ganapati Govindas Prabhu.
Yeah, there is a bid from Ganapati Govinda Prabhu for $751. Haribol!
Oh! I think if you ladies would like your husbands taller, you might want to try this plow, put it under their chin and pick it up.
There you go, Madhav Gopal, your chance to get taller.
I know. That's why Malati is bidding from downstairs. Haribol Prabhus and Mataji's. We are at $751. It's 6 o'clock. So we'll spend a few more minutes and then we can move on to our next event. Anybody else? Just think of this, you're getting the Mahaprashadam, as well as this is just a small donation that goes towards the temple for maintenance and all the other things that we have to do while we are having this COVID-19 situation. It doesn't matter whether we are going to the temple or not. I don't know if you all have noticed, Eversource have increased what they call delivery charges. And there's one thing, it was the usage for the electricity, but then there is something called delivery charges. Even if you turn on the light and turn it off, they charge you like $500 for the commercial buildings. So that's what they call delivery charges. I think the whole Connecticut state is fighting for it, but our temple is also, even though we haven't been using the temple, utilities and services, the bills are still coming in every month. So this is just,
I think around 200 last month for not even using it. $200 for nothing, pretty much. Used it a little bit, but very little.
Yes. So this is a small way for us to contribute to help the temple. So we are at $751 from Ganapati Govinda Prabhu. Going once. Anyone else? This is the last plow. I'll give you a few seconds here. $751 going twice from Ganapati Govinda Prabhu.
Does anyone not want Ganapati Govind to get this plow?
Okay, I hear wait. So it's Bhardwaj family putting us on hold. Let's see what they come up with.
Oh, they just joined?
Maybe they just joined.
Madhav Gopal, the Janmashtami outfit is due. It's $1,000 for the Janmashtami outfit. Can you announce that also, please?
Yes, you just announced it.
It's been announced.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, okay.
We heard you very, very well.
This is Manish Prabhu's one. The weight is like one moment from the Satyalok from
Brahmalok.
other yuga. Manish Prabhu, one kalpa is over.
You know, Balaram expands as Krishna's bed, his land, his dham. And also they say he expands as Krishna's paraphernalia. So offering Krishna new clothes on Janmashtami would be a service for Balaram also.
Aye.
Aye.
I know.
And all, Haribol. So
I know who took the next
So I'm
one.
going to read $250 from Sanavi. Wait, $150 from Siddhant, 100 from Daksh, rest from Gunjan and Manish Prabhu, a totaling for the last for $1,501. Haribol! So we're
Haribol.
So we are based in the baseline. We're back in the baseline.
Ganapati Govind, I just want to apologize. I didn't really mean what I said.
Of course, he meant what he said.
I'll sponsor 200 for Janmashtami towards the outfits.
What?
This is Jill Mataji?
Yep.
Haribol! $1,000 for the outfit.
No,
Janmashtami.
I said 200.
Haribol!
200.
No, she said 200.
Okay, sorry, 200.
Yeah,
Out of
$200
$1,000.
towards
I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
Okay, thank you.
Radha Gopal
200
Prabhu,
out of-
today you are not getting milk from Nand Gopal and no prasadam from Malti Priya. Hare
Krishna Prabhus and Mataji. So we are at $1,501. Going once. $1,500, $501 going twice. Anyone else still thinking in the sideline? $1,500, $501 going thrice. That's it. Third plow going to Hari Bo. Gunjan, Mani, Prabhu, Sanvi, Siddhant, and Daksh. Hari Bo. Thank you very much. Thank you all the devotees. Really appreciate it. Before we move on to the puppet show, I just want to make just mention about our Janmashtami festival that's coming up. That's going to be Tuesday, not the coming Tuesday, but a week after Tuesday, and the Vyasa Puja, and on Wednesday. We know the situation. We're going to have a very small program. This is going to be at the new temple. We're going to have Radha and Krishna deities, and we're going to have Srila Prabhupada. But we're going to follow all the social distancing. We are going to send out email, but I thought this is the best opportunity. This is the best forum. Most of our core congregation is here, so I thought I'll just announce it here and mention everything. We are going to follow social distancing. We're not going to have prasadam at the temple. There's going to be Abhishek starting at 11 o'clock, and there's going to be Aarti, midnight Aarti. If any of you willing to stay for those things, please let us know. But most likely the darshan will be open at 6 o'clock for the public, and we will close at 9:30. And we're going to ask all the visitors not to stay at the temple, maybe spend few minutes, but have darshan and then take two go prasadam and leave. That's what we're going to do. And we definitely need volunteers. At least one person from each devotee family would be really appreciated, because we need to take care of the sanitation station. We have to take names down for tracing purposes for COVID. We have to keep monitoring the social distancing 6 feet. We need a few kirtaniyas, and we need help with the abhishek and the cameras. And so we need a lot of help in terms of cleaning. After they're putting out everything, we have to distribute prasadam, and we have to talk to the devotees who are coming, not very close. We don't have to spend too much time. This is going to be completely a different Janmashtami program, but still we're trying to have the festival. So I would really appreciate if devotees, whoever willing to help with the services, not just on Janmashtami day, but over the weekend. We have to set up the altar, set up the temple, all that. So please send, if you're willing to, please email me, madhavagopaldas@gmail.com, and we can all coordinate together. Also for Prabhupada Vyas Puja, and also for Janmashtami, if you'd like to do Kirtan, please let us know. We can do Kirtan from your home at the comfort through Zoom. And Vyasa Puja Day, we're going to send out the link of 2020 Vyasa Puja book, which was actually all Srila Prabhupada disciples offering. So the idea is we will start at 10 o'clock and it'll go until 11:30. The offerings, you can read offerings up to 12. It's 11:30 to 12. There will be Bhoga offering, Prabhupada, and Pushpanjali will start at 12. So if you would like to do your offering for Srila Prabhupada, or if you would like to read one offering from that book, please let me know so that I can schedule, because we have very few slots. So we have to be considerate for everyone. So please let me know again. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
You didn't send out that link yet, did you?
No, Prabhu, I don't have the link. I will send it out after this.
Yeah,
and then
I'm not sure. There's two Vyas Puja books.
Okay.
Generally, we read the one from the GBCs, the sannyasis, like that, because they don't always write the right one. They don't always write two, but they always write one for the Prabhupada's, the BBT book. So that's also online. So we'll send that for sure.
Yeah, we will circulate that information so you can pick and you can read as an offering to Srila Prabhupada. So, but please let me know, because we have very few slots and it's really tight schedule. That's a request we have.
I think the best thing to do is if you write your own Vyas Puja to Prabhupada and you say that. But if you haven't, you don't have time, whatever, that's the nicest thing, because it's a personal thing. You make your offering to Prabhupada. That's what we normally do. But when we don't, then we can read other people's offerings.
Yeah, and if you're offering, please keep it really short, like few minutes, 5 minutes, not more than that. That's another request. And I'm going to take a few more minutes. Sorry, we have a Janmashtami outfit. After this, we are going to meet next Sunday. Janmashtami outfit is $1,001. We have one sponsor so far for $200. So we have remaining $801. I would like to see if anyone or if you cannot do $801, you can just raise your hand and say, this is what I would like to sponsor out of the remaining 801. So we will still take it. I would like to spend 2 more minutes to see if devotees are interested in sponsoring for the outfit for Janmashtami. Okay, Hari Bol. Okay, the remaining has been taken by Bharadwaj family. $801. They're sponsoring. Hari Bol. Thank you very much, Prabhu and Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We will now move on to the much awaited next program. Okay. And similarly for Krishna Janmashtami, on the Janmashtami day, we have few slots for doing Kirtan and few slots for reading from Krishna book. So that's how it's going to go. You can read through from, at your home through Zoom. We are going, so depending on how many devotees are interested in reading as well as doing Kirtan, then we will put together the schedule. So this is your opportunity. Please send us your name. And anybody, please send us your name. Your kids want to do, you want to do, and then we have to make the decision. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on, bro. Yeah, I'll turn on my camera. I'll start sharing my screen. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching this and patiently waiting for this puppet show to begin. We always wanted to do it live, but Krishna doesn't want it right now. So we'll do it this way. We worked really hard to make it happen. We never did anything like this before. So this is our first time that we are trying to do something like this, basically on the instruction of Pyare Prabhu and Jiva Mataji. So let's watch it, enjoy it, and we are not looking for any negative feedback. So yeah, no, that was just I was joking. So send us your feedback if you think we have to improve on anything. So thank you so much. Let's enjoy.
The lighting right now is not good. I don't know how it's going to be where you're doing it, but right now it's, it's not so clear.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen, and it will be through the laptop audio, so it should be good.
Okay, okay, good. Thank you.
Prabhu, we can only see you, not the puppet show. Share the screen. Yeah, pause it, go to the start and share, please. Yes.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous right now.
No, Prabhu. Just take it to the start and share. Once we see the screen, we'll let you know, and then you start.
So are we.
Then say, yeah, Prabhu, pause it. Audio not coming.
Still no audio, right?
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, no audio. Prabhu, you didn't tell us it's a silent puppet show. They're trying to figure out the audio thing.
Too many engineers in the room.
Are you ready for any criticism yet?
1 second, Roji, we are setting it up.
So while they're setting it up, Jayarade Mataji just texted everyone that both Prakash and Rashmi also made most of the garlands, in addition to all the plow and the puppets. And Radha Preeti Mataji made a garland for Srila Prabhupada. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari
Bol.
They do a lot of service and they're very blissful and happy and nice association.
Very bold. Muted on your end.
Yeah, I think there is some sound problem, Prabhu. 1 second, we'll check.
Okay, no problem.
It's good that you have a lot of professionals there to help out.
We all can wait, Prabhu. It's only 6:19. Take 5-10 minutes to figure out.
Once when Mother Earth was overburdened by thousands of demons, she
Somebody has their phone on with Zoom, so we're getting echo.
hearing of her
It's a heavy echo. Are there 2 Zooms in your room?
Okay.
But we're able to hear the audio.
It's, as he said, the echo is really bad. It's better without it.
was overburdened by
That's really bad.
It's like feedback. You got some feedback. They had like
Yeah.
2 things on at the same
Looks like
time.
there are 2 speakers.
Yeah, if you are using loudspeaker or anything to increase the volume, don't do that. That causes.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, just use the laptop speaker and put your mic close to that, or let it go. Beautiful, Prabhu. Let it go.
Good now.
Good, good. Let it go.
Once when Mother Earth was overburdened by thousands of demons, she approached Lord Brahma for relief. After hearing of her distress, Lord Brahma, with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and all other demigods approached the shore of the ocean of milk. They worshipped Lord Vishnu, reciting the Purusha Shukta prayers. Lord Brahma informed demigods that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, will personally appear in Yadu dynasty as son of Vasudeva. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Anantasesha. He is the origin of all incarnations within the material world. Whenever Krishna appears, Lord Shesha appears as his brother, sometimes elder and sometimes younger. This time, Lord Shesha would appear before Krishna as his elder brother.
I welcome you, O Lord Shesha. What brings you from ocean of milk to Goloka?
O Lord of all, the Supreme Personality, I came to you with a request.
Please tell me.
O Lord, when you assumed Rama's incarnation on earth, I too had descended on earth to serve you as your younger brother Lakshmana. But I had to bear much pain in that life. My heart was shattered with grief.
Why? Because I made you labor so hard and made you perform such challenging tasks? Is that why?
No, my Lord, no. Please don't say so. O Lord, I am your true servant. No labor or challenging task can ever grieve my heart.
Then what is the cause of your grief?
O Lord, being your younger brother, it was my duty to obey your every command. Because of that duty, I was unable to stop many of your actions. If I was your elder brother, I would have never let you go to the forest or ever let you walk barefoot in the forest. O Lord, so I pray to you this time, when you assume descent on earth, please grant me the chance to serve you as your elder brother. I came to present this request before you. I am your true servant. Please accept my request and let me appear as Mother Devi's seventh child. As you wish. Oh.
Kamsa, under the protection of his father-in-law, Surasanda, and with the help of his demoniac friends like Pralambasura, Baka, Chanura, Venavarta, Agasura, and Mushti, began troubling the Yadu dynasty. After consulting the Sadgarbhas, one after another, Planary portion of Krishna, Anantasesha, entered as a seventh child, arousing her pleasure and lamentations.
My lord, unlike my previous pregnancies, this time I am feeling more ecstatic and joyful.
My dear Devki, I think this is the sign of the seventh child. It is so incredible. It is not the eighth pregnancy when Supreme Lord will appear as per the prophecy. But it seems God has sent us a divine power to sustain our hope.
King Kamsa has already killed my 6 children. No, my lord, no. Please do not give me the false hope. I know King Kamsa will kill this child too.
Dear Devki, in God's court of justice, there is no darkness. Do not lose your hope, because the Supreme Personality of the universe will come to save his devotees. He shall liberate us from our bonds and awaken our dormant fortune. The merciful incarnation who eliminates all our sorrow will surely come. There is no one in this world upon whom the Lord does not bestow care. King Kamsa has crossed all the limits of evil. The gods, sages, and men await his coming. O Krishna, O Krishna!
The moment Devki showed the signs of pregnancy, Kamsa started to get agitated and fearful. His mind was completely focused on the eighth son of Devki. As Sage Narada had explained to him, the eighth son could be the seventh one. Kamsa saw only his enemy, the Supreme Personality, everywhere and was always absorbed in thoughts of Hari. He was in Krishna consciousness, but in an unfavorable way. Since both the devotee and the enemy of the god are in Krishna consciousness, although in completely different modes,
Oh, my king! Devki is pregnant with her seventh child. But unlike other pregnancy, she is more joyful and ecstatic. There is no fear on her face at all.
According to the prophecy, the eighth child of Devki would be my killer. But this is seventh pregnancy. Says Narada had explained me that all the demigods had already appeared in Yadu and Vrishni families. Lord Vishnu must be coming soon. Surely Vishnu is doing some magical trick. He is a master of Maya. He wants to frighten me with these miracles. Perhaps he deceives and comes as a seventh born.
Yes, he is the master of spell. It could be possible.
If this is really Vishnu, then he cannot escape my hands.
Oh, my lord, Vishnu has always used deceit. He is master of spell. You have let yourselves to be taken in by Vasudeva's vow. Why don't you finish Devki once and for all?
Chanura, it It is not a difficult task for me to kill Devaki, but doing so will be blot on my bravery. Yes, the biggest blot for a warrior is to turn tail when the enemy challenges him. Vishnu has challenged me, so I must wait for the 8th born child.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is always alert to the protection of his devotees. Yogamaya is the spiritual potency of the Lord. To protect the Yadus, his personal devotees, from Kamsa's attack, the personality of Godhead ordered Yogamaya to transfer the 7th child of Devaki from her womb to Rohini's womb.
O Supreme Lord, obeying your wish, I wait to serve you. What is your command, O Lord?
O my potency, you are worshipable for the entire world, and your nature is to bestow good fortune upon all living entities. Go to Vraja, where many cowherd men live with their wives. In that very beautiful land, Rohini, the elder wife of Vasudeva, is living at the home of Nanda Maharaj. Other wives of Vasudeva are also living there secretly because of fear of Kamsa. Please go there and encourage the devotees with fearlessness. Vasudeva and Devaki, my two dear devotees, are held prisoner in Mathura by evil King Kamsa. At this time, a manifest aspect of mind called Shesha entered Devaki's womb. The Shesha incarnation will make suitable arrangements in Devaki's womb for me to live there. Evil Kamsa is terrified of his radiance. Be blessed. Take power from me and you will be able to do it. You must transfer Lord Shesha from Devaki's womb and place him in Rohini's womb. As he has been drawn out of the womb, the world shall call him Sankarshan. For bringing joy to the world, he will also be called Rama, and for being the best among the strong, he will also be called Balram.
When the child of Devaki was extracted and transferred into the womb of Rohini by Yogamaya, it seemed like Devaki had miscarriage. Thus all the residents of the Mathura loudly lamented. When everyone lamented, Kamsa joined in compassion, thinking that perhaps because of drugs or some other external means, Devaki had undergone miscarriage.
O virtuous son of Rohini, please awake. I am here to transfer you secretly from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. This child of Vasudeva is divine and infinitely strong. Serve him with honor and look after him well. I want to impart one more secret. A woman blessed is blessed with two great joys. One is to be the wife of a righteous husband, and the other is to be the mother of an obedient child. You will enjoy both these benedictions.
Dear Yashoda, Mother Yogamaya came in my dream and said that this is the 7th child of Devaki that she transplanted in my womb. This child will be known as Sankarshan.
I completely fail to understand all that. It is beyond my mind.
Yashoda, man's mind cannot grasp the Lord's Maya. The mind logic cannot measure divine miracles. So man must leave his logic behind and accept God with faith and devotion. And this will give him salvation. You must believe all this is the work of God and have faith. We are mortals with petty mind. We cannot understand God's purpose.
Then who will understand this, Nanda Maharaj?
Gurudev, yes, yes, he will certainly know all of this. Guru Sandilya, with his divine vision, enables to know everything. When Mother Rohini talked about her dream to Mother Yashoda and Nand Maharaj, they all decided to visit their priest Sandilya. Nand Maharaj explained, says Sandilya, about Mother Rohini's dream.
O Queen Rohini, it is a great divine power that has come to confer motherhood on you. Nanda Maharaj, over so many generations, I have performed the duty of being the priest of your family, and thus I can say that Yashoda will soon be blessed with a child. However, Queen Rohini belongs to the royal house of Vrishnis, and the responsibility of being the priest of Vrishni dynasty has been given to sage Gargamuni by Lord Brahma. Only he will have full knowledge of her destiny.
Yog Maya transplanted Devki's seventh child in Rohini's womb. The manifestation of Supreme Personality of Godhead was born in Nanda Maharaj's home. Nanda Maharaj performed the childbirth ceremony. The great sage Vyasadev, Vasishtha, and Narada Muni visited Nanda Maharaj's home. Great sage Garga explained about previous birth.
Dear Nand Maharaj, the things that are happening now are beyond the grasps of my mind, eye, and knowledge. O great sage Shandilya, in heaven and other celestial worlds that I visited, this alone is being discussed. It is time for Lord Krishna to appear on earth. It is thus determined that it's now time for his incarnation. I also know that he who was extracted from Devki's seventh pregnancy and implanted in the womb of Rohini's, he is none other but the Lord Shesha himself. But it behooves us to keep this a secret.
O great sage Garg, why was he denied birth from Devki's womb?
Dear Nand Maharaj, once when demigod Varuna was conducting Vedic rituals, Kashyap Muni impounded all the cows belonging to Varuna, which gave milk for that rituals. Two wives of Kashyap Muni named Aditi and Kadru hid cows in the hermitage and refused to return those cows to Varuna, though he repeatedly asked for them to be returned. Therefore, Varuna approached Lord Brahma and complained to him. Lord Brahma cursed Kashyap Muni and his two wives Aditi and Kadru, that they would be born as cowherd men and cowherd wives, respectively, in Yadu dynasty.
O great sage Garg, who are they in this life?
Dear Nand Maharaj, in her previous birth, Rohini was second wife of sage Kashyap named Kadru. She had given birth to all serpents and she was called Mother of Serpents. Vasudev was sage Kashyap in that life, and Devaki was his elder wife, Aditi, who gave birth to Vamandev. And so the Lord Shesha confers upon Rohini the honor of being his eternal mother.
गोलोकधामाधिपति परेश्वरः परेषु मां पातु पवित्र कीर्तनः भूमण्डलं सर्षपवद् विलक्ष्यते यन्मूर्ध्नि मां पातु स भूमिमण्डले सेनाशु मां रक्षतु क्षीरपाने युद्धे सदा रक्षतु मां हली च दुर्गेषु चाभ्यान्मुसली सदा वनेषु सङ्कर्षणादिदेवः कालिन्दजावेगहरो जलेषु नीलाम्बरो रक्षतु मां सदाग्नौ वायौ चरामुवतु केवलश्च महानविनन्त वपु सदा माम् श्रीवासुदेववतु पर्वतेषु सहर्ष शीर्ष च महाविवादे रोगेषु मां रक्षतु राहुन्येयो मां कामपालुवतु वा विपत्सु कामात् सदा रक्षतु धेनुकारिः क्रोधात् सदा मां द्विविधा प्रहारी लोभात् सदा रक्षतु बल्वलारे मोहात् सदा मां किल्मघधरी प्रातः सदा रक्षतु वृष्णिधूर्यः प्रहने सदा मां मथुरापुरेन्द्रः माध्यान्दिने गोपशखा प्रपातु स्वरात् परान्वतु मां सदैव सायं फणीन्द्रुवतु मां सदैव परात् परो रक्षतु मां प्रदोषे पूर्णे निष्ठे च दुरन्तवीर्यः प्रत्युषकालेवतु मां सदैव विदिक्षु मां रक्षतु रेवतीपते दिक्षु प्रलम्बरीरधो यदूध्वः ऊर्ध्वं सदा मां बलभद्र आरात् तथा समन्ताद् बलदेव एव हि अन्ता सदा व्यत्पुरुषोत्तमो बहि पूर्ण परमेश्वरो महान् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I am totally amazed that you did all that. You and your wife, you guys should.
Wow. You must not speak.
Amazing. How much time? How much time did you do that in?
Yeah, we have been working, Prabhu, since a month now. So yeah, last 2 week has been like really hard on us, but yeah, but then we really enjoyed that. We have been totally like 24 hour. We have been thinking about Krishna. That was the blessing that we got from this service, Prabhu.
That's what a wonderful service. You guys did a terrific job. That's amazing. All the detail. It's hard to believe. You should have a big, a big, what do they call it? Like not a factory, but something, at least even for storing everything. It's like, it's so nice. It was so first class. Really good. Amazing what you did.
Thank you for the service, Prabhu.
I would try showing what we look like, but we're having a problem with our internet. So they suggested no video worked better. So But that was really good. Anybody else have any comments?
So
And
I
really
just
like-
want to say, Prakash Prabhu, you know, the Agasura of television really swallowed the, you know, the nice entertainment of puppet show. But, you know, Krishna killed Agasura and, you know, brought back happiness to Vrindavan. And I think you really took us back to those actual Vedic times when entertainment was pure and was conducted through dramas and puppet shows. It was like, you know, like every family watching the matinee show together. All four of us sat at the dining table and watched this. It was amazing. Of course, you know, I'm not going to express everything, but I know every single step that went behind this. You both have been working very hard for the last few weeks. Like sleep, we would be getting messages from them at 2:47 a.m., 3 a.m. Okay, this is ready now. This is what the backdrop looks like. And I have to say, they pretty much did everything on their own. Like Radha Preeti was watching us for a few days and was staying with them. But other than that, these two did everything, making the puppets, sewing the dresses for the puppets, arranging the jewelry for the puppets. Rashmi wrote the script, and I was pleasantly surprised. She did a commendable job writing from Srimad Bhagavatam, quoting from other scriptures, making sure the sources were bona fide. She shared it with me. She shared it with Ganpati Govind to make sure that it was written properly. You guys prepared a recording studio in your basement, invited everybody. She cooked prasadam and she fed everybody who came home for recording. You took care of it from the beginning through the end with no external help or support. I mean, I really have to give this is commendable. Everybody stand up.
Really support from all devotees was like really great. I mean, whenever we needed anybody, we got that support. So thank you everyone for supporting us, and thank you Pyare Prabhu and Jiva Mataji for believing in us that we can do something like this. I mean, we had never done anything like this before. I had never worked on any video or audio software before. So so thank you for believing in us that we could do something like this.
Prakash Prabhu, don't go yet. I think there are a few more devotees who want to share some compliments, so don't go yet.
Prakash Prabhu and Mataji, I think Prabhupada will be very pleased if he watches this, you know. And this should go on Dandavats. If you can try and post it on Dandavats, so the whole of ISKCON, the devotee, they can see.
Yes, sure, Mataji.
It's wonderful, wonderful creation, creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should put it on Dandavats.
Next stop, Hollywood for Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi.
we are happy here, Prabhu. Bollywood is not good place for us. So we'll prefer staying here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu ki Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Very nicely and beautifully done.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi, I am speechless.
Hare Krishna, Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi, very nice. You know, I cannot even think of how you did this. I'm not at all a creative person, but you're amazing. Very nice.
Thank you, Mataji.
This COVID is an opportunity for us, Mataji, so we utilize that opportunity.
Well, that's
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Prabhuji, it's really very nice. It's really a very fantastic show. I ever seen like this puppet show before. You're really an architect engineer. Really, you are great. Thank you, Mataji, and thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji, my company does not recognize me as an architect.
No need. Krishna recognized you. You are great.
Fine.
Very nice, very nice.
Lakshmi Mataji, it's amazing show. I bought like few CDs when she was young, and it's full of puppet shows. And that puppet show, it's like all we can see the hangings of the threads and moving and everything. But your puppet show, the mystery went on how the puppets are moving with expression, moving hands, not seeing any string. Really amazing job. All glories to your services.
Yeah, we will send you some pictures, Mataji, how we moved it.
I was also thinking the same.
Yeah, after this show, I want to text Rashmi Mataji to want. I want
Can
some
we
music.
rewatch it, Prabhu? Is it all recorded? Can we watch it again?
Yes,
Only the
Mataji, we have it.
Only the
probably-
first broadcast is free. After that, there is a charge.
Prabhuji, you can recommend this show to ISKCON Desertry also. Really, I'm telling you. So far, I haven't seen any puppet show like this.
Yeah, I'll give it to Ganpati Govind Prabhu. Probably he will be able to load it. Wherever. I mean, it can be available to everyone.
Prabhu, can you give it to Rasraj Prabhu? He can just load your video, not this whole program. Just your puppet show video. You have a copy, right?
Yep.
Share with him. He can load it on our website and our Facebook page.
Sure, bro.
Yeah, we have a YouTube page too, don't we?
Hare Krishna Prakash Prabhu and Rashmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
This was a big Hari Bol. It was amazing. So much work went into it. It was awesome. I mean, I just can't imagine how much time you spent on that. And there were so many puppets and there were so many different scenes that were set. It was awesome. I mean, it was just like, I would have wanted to see it live. I mean, honestly, it was so beautiful. I think the screen did not do justice to it.
Yeah, that is true.
I can keep my studio the way it is today. Probably, anyone who wants to visit that studio, probably will not like it when you will see that studio. Probably you have to jump. You will have to jump over this other like hundreds of stuffs to go over to see something. So
That is okay, but it was amazing because I'm just thinking there were so many puppets. When Rashmi Mataji told me, I thought like, okay, there would be 3 or 4 of them. I couldn't have imagined there would be so many different puppets and so many different scenes that you would have to create. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Mataji.
The puppets are beautiful. You should make them and sell it, Rashmi.
So, Rasraj Prabhu, if you can figure out, when you put that on the Facebook and the website, can you watermark it ISKCON of Connecticut at the bottom, white color somewhere?
Yep.
But seriously, when many people watch this, they know.
I think on one slide
really nice.
where we have mentioned ISKCON of Connecticut, we can put the ISKCON of Connecticut logo also there.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. That'll be very nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhuji. Susi also wants to say very beautifully done.
This is beautiful, and this is not puppets.
I think she might be counting. I don't know, but so many
This is
puppets.
20,
Very
30,
nicely.
50, 40.
Very nicely done, Prabhuji. It's so nice. You have put it so much hard work. Krishna will be very pleased with your service. Jai. Prakash Prabhu Rashmi Mataji ki Jai. It reminds me of the early days of ISKCON, when the devotees, they had a strong desire to serve and please Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, that they were able to do wonderful things, It reminds me of that, those early days.
Yeah, things that they never knew they could do. They just tried things, and by Krishna's grace, it worked out really well.
And they worked tirelessly.
I think it's only one who knew it, Prabhu. That's why you asked us to do it.
Well, Krishna must have inspired me to ask. I did want someone to do puppet shows, and I saw you had some artistic skills, so I didn't know you were that good, though. That's amazing. I'm so pleased.
Yeah, especially the details, Prabhu. I saw they are behind bars, that red color, and then as she was lying down, the pillow was really artistic. In every small detail, there was a peacock feather, and there was some hay bag. Too many details. Just like you said, I think Shraddha Mataji, the screen doesn't do justice to this. Really,
Bhakti is in the details.
Yeah, too many
Bhakti is such detail.
And Pyari and Jiva, wouldn't Srila Prabhupada have loved this? He would have loved this.
Yeah.
That's what Bhakti was saying.
That inspiration that they had,
Yeah, that brings tears into our eyes, Mataji. That Prabhupada would have loved it.
Yeah.
He did love it.
Thank you so much.
He did love it. Exactly. I was going to say he did love it.
Right, wonderful.
Beautiful. That's a very beautiful offering. Amazing.
When's the next show? What's next?
Let them recover from this one.
Janmashtami is next week. Janmashtami is next week. Just FYI.
Don't shut the studio. Work 24 hours. Come on.
Radhastami after that.
Rashmi.
Radhastami, Govardhan. Come on.
Rashmi, recycle the puppets.
That's the risk you run when you do something very nicely. Then you have to do it over and over again. So you should not be very good at anything.
Yeah, we'll be happy to do that, Mataji. One thing that as I said, I realized that, we were completely absorbed in this service. So I would like to, stay in this mode forever. I mean, we thoroughly enjoyed this, doing this service.
And we would like to watch. Thank you.
Plan something.
I think you found your calling.
Plan something for Rath Yatra where you can show live to the people. It'll be really attractive, even if it's only 10 minutes. Something live to the audience of Rath Yatra. That'll be wonderful. Because there's really variety on the stage.
Yes, Prabhu. Ganpati Govind Prabhu has already proposed that. So.
Oh, okay.
Hare Krishna, Prakash Prabhu, Rashmi Mataji, thank you so much for giving this, glimpse of beautiful puppet show. I have ever seen it. And as we were hearing only Prakash Prabhu, I would like Rashmi Mataji to speak her experience, what she did. It's really wonderful. The details, on the puppet, the eyes, the mouth, the nose, the hair, the saris, the dresses, every detail is so finely done. Very great costumes you put on, and everything is excellent. So please speak something.
Yeah, she did really well. I mean, she should
Thank you,
speak.
Mataji. I don't have words to tell thank you or explain my emotions right now, but only one person I will thank right now is Pyare Prabhu Hanjima Mataji, who gave us opportunity to serve Srila Prabhupada and Jagannath Baldev and Subhadra. And I will thank Krishangi a lot because she taught me how to sing and how to operate the machine, and she taught me, and then I was able to make the costume and all. So Krishangi, very, very much thankful to you that you taught me how to stitch the costume and all. So that's it, Mataji.
Wow. Wow, Krishangi is the...
Thank you. Thank you to know that.
Wonderful puppet show, Mataji.
Thank you.
Good job, Krishangi. Amazing. Nice narration and everything.
A nice haircut.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So Prakash, can you hear us? Quick thing, I know. So you guys touched a little bit on the eyes, right? The way you guys have put eyes on the puppets, they're so real. And eyes are said to be the gateway to the heart, right? Gateway to the soul.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Many other things which you did, it was phenomenal. Everyone has praised. Of course, we cannot praise enough to what you guys have done. But what you did with the eyes, really, that it felt as if something divine is happening. So I just wanted to add our 2 cents here. But great job, everyone, not just you guys, everyone else who participated in this. But please continue to do so what you have been doing, and it's a great service for us. Thank you very much.
Sure, Prabhu. And thank you for the words, Prabhu. All right. I heard a lot of good things. I am eager to hear a lot of negative feedback too.
It's not called negative feedback. It's
constructive improvement.
It's not even, it's like, obviously you yourself will probably know now what you can improve on for the next one, right? I would think you would.
Yeah.
Take a next time when you do something like this, also take a behind the scenes video. It'll be nice and funny to even put on Facebook. How hard you worked and all mess and
exactly. Yeah.
I have some behind the scenes video which I can share later, not now.
Yeah, documentary on how a puppet show was done.
You can make a blooper reel too.
Oh yes.
One criticism. It's the word pastime. It's one word. If it's 2 words, it's a different meaning. And when you have it written down,
In the beginning, when you start, you have the past time of Lord Balaram. I think you want to say pastime, because pastime is an activity that someone does for enjoyment rather than work, like the Lord's pastime. It's one word, P-A-S-T-I-M-E. Yeah.
I mean, it's not anything wrong except for, you know, the people who read it may have a different understanding, but other than that, everything was great.
I don't know if anyone even noticed. But,
Yeah,
you know.
besides,
I was going to say none of us noticed, and
I know. I
and,
guess.
and Pyari can't be Pyari without something
Oh, no,
to
that was
say.
Jiva. Jiva is the editor. She corrects all the grammar and everything. But if you want to put it out for other people, that would be better to change that. You know, for Vandavats or like that. If I don't know how hard it is to change. I don't know if it's too
Yeah, I
hard.
can change it, Prabhu. I'll just split the video and change that particular piece.
It's just one word, and I think it's on twice. I think.
Just because it has a different meaning, you know, when you put it that way. So.
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Great. Anyway, thank you very. I can't thank you enough. It was unbelievable, unbelievable. It was way above what I thought it would be. I mean, it was like spent a few years getting it together, but you did it in such a short time. Really, it's mercy.
But we didn't want it to end. We wanted to.
Yeah, that's another problem. It ended.
Yeah, this pastime, like we had, like not me, Rashmi scripted everything, so she had a lot of problem collecting all these details, because there isn't a lot of things available in Bhagavatam about Lord Balram's appearance. So yeah, I mean, if it had been like a different pastime, maybe since we have a lot of material, we can make longer one, but it was really difficult to make it like longer than this. And also this was first time, so we were not sure even people will stay for 20 minutes to watch entire video.
No,
So,
I think if you don't have it too long, then people are going to be anxious to see more and more. So I think it's good. You got to know how much to give them, and not too much. Yeah. I can't wait to get the temple set up, getting a puppet show screen all made up, and then we figure out how to start and figure out the backgrounds, how to do the backgrounds, because your backgrounds are amazing.
And maybe we can charge $15 fees as well.
Probably you will have to pay it for everybody, Prabhu.
Fine, I'm down.
Yeah, we can charge, I don't know how much, then we can also charge for parking too.
Yeah, why not?
Popcorn prashadam.
Think in advance something for not this Janmashtami, but next Janmashtami.
Next Janmashtami.
Just pick 3 pastimes of Krishna, that you can do for the kids. But there's magic show, that's wonderful. A lot of kids stay there. And if you can do something for 15-20 minutes, that will keep the kids engaged. That's
where we started the idea of the puppet shows. Remember when I talking to you? It was for I believe it was for Janmashtami downstairs to try and have regular shows for kids. Anyway, I'm glad you did it. It was really good, and now you know how to do it, and now we can start doing it live.
Oh, I don't know if they expected they're going to have to do more and more and more.
That's correct, Mataji. I mean, I was expecting that Pyare Prabhu will say, throw it away. It's garbage.
Now they already have most of the characters. They have to create a few more.
Right.
Yeah, you can get a Narada Muni.
Yeah. We have just that.
Pretty soon we'll all want to be in your show. We'll have to stand in line.
Okay, anyway, thank you, and we really appreciate it.
Have some Varuni and retire now.
What?
Maltipriya, you're too loud.
We're going to have some Varuni for dinner and retire.
Oh, Maru.
He's retired.
Oh,
That's a drink that Balaram drank. And
I'm sure Balaram showering his blessings on you for this.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sure he showered his blessings on you for this whole month.
I know. Absorbed. Making his plows.
Well,
Wow.
anyway, great job. Oh, I was going to do a high five, but he can't see me. Hare Krishna, glories to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Guru Krishna Prabhupada.
Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki.
Jai.
Balaram's Appearance Day celebration ki.
Jai.
Go Premanandi.
Hare Hare Bol. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anta koti vaishnavanta ki jai.